And it was cute. Capri coveralls, just a great mental image of these miniature pink coveralls that have exposed shins or whatever.
Exactly. That's exactly. They went and got snow pants. I kept calling them ski pants. And Finley was like, I'm not going skiing. I'm like, I'm sorry, snow pants. So they went and got snow pants yesterday. And
oh, yeah? How was that?
I think it went okay, but Monty was like, these will last this season only. I'm like, why do you do that to me? Why do we have to do this again next year? He was like, they didn't have anything one step up. So, and he didn't want to venture to the women's section. So
he didn't? What, he feels like a creeper in there or something?
No, I just don't think he thought that she needed to be a women's small.
Oh.
And I think that's where she... Especially to get us, like, if we wanted more than just this season, probably women's small would be smart. But he was just like, nope, we're staying in the kids. It's like, okay.
You're still a kid. You're still a child.
I know.
The little girl's not growing up. You're not growing up today.
She turned 11 today.
Oh, damn. So old.
I know. So old. And so sweet at the same time. Like, I just don't feel different yet, Mom. I'm like, oh, babe, you will.
Eventually you'll be used up like me.
Oh, you're going to be an old, tired shell of a woman.
You guys have big birthday plans? Now, normally you get individual cakes for everybody, right?
Yes. So there's a situation with the cake.
Oh.
As Monty and I were laying in bed last night, I said, I am usually so focused on making her birthday so different from Christmas, getting my poop in a group for both Christmas and for birthday. And I said, this year, I just feel like something's off. I don't know if I had her presents early, that I feel like there's not enough scrambling right now. And he's like, I think you're fine. Everything's gonna be fine. Cause that's his level of like enthusiasm as he's falling asleep. And this morning it hit me. I didn't get her birthday cake. And she asked for a specific birthday cake, which I am hoping that it's kind of slow after Christmas, before New Year's, that people aren't going to be rushing to go get cakes, that I'll be able to pull off this cake, except for she wants a custom cake. And so...
Oh. Okay,
so she's been taking these art classes, and her art teacher has lots of paintings that you can purchase as well. And Finley took some of her Christmas money and purchased this Harry Potter picture. And it's a very simple, it's not a huge canvas, and it's almost like a Lego Harry Potter face, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Am I kind of like, it's using the whole canvas to show his face and like the scarf at the bottom. So it's rectangular, like the whole canvas takes up that.
Gotcha.
And she wanted that on her cake, which I know that you can do, the picture on a cake, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I think you're supposed to give like 24 to 48 hours, and today's her birthday. So I'm going to be on the phone after this to see if I can email this picture to get an ice cream cake tonight. And if not, I need to figure out a creative way to be like, they couldn't get it together on time. So how about birthday cake tomorrow night?
Fail.
Big time.
Kate, are there ever any copyright concerns with a cake place putting a photo on the...
No, a lot of them have like licensed agreements that that you can, if they don't have something of they have Harry Potter cakes that I could choose from, but we were just wanting this Harry Potter cake.
Gotcha.
I don't think so. We did a Hamilton cake last year.
Where you had shared a photo from the musical or the movie or something like that?
Well, it was an image. It wasn't like it was a drawing.
Oh, okay.
So it wasn't like Lin-Manuel Miranda's face on a cake. I don't think so, Matt. Now that I think about that, that's a good question, but I don't think so. I think if you've got a picture of something, you can slap it on a cake. I mean, I'm not going to sell that Harry Potter cake.
Yeah, I'm going to need to know this information before I open up a bakery, that's for sure.
Okay.
That's for sure.
I'll do some legwork before you open Matt's Cakes. Maddie Cakes. Maddie Cake, Maddie Cake. Baker.
Oh, man.
I like it. I can see the imaging already.
I hope that sticks as a nickname.
I think you should have like a Tiffany's blue apron with either pinstripes or polka dots. I haven't decided yet.
And someone else that does the actual cooking. I'll be just the...
You'll just be the face?
Yeah, I'll just be the face. Much like that Quaker Oat person clearly has never existed before.
Clearly.
Except maybe more high-end than, a cardboard oats container. I don't know.
You're saying Quaker Oats, and all I can picture is Colonel Sanders.
Little Debbie.
Well, yeah. Little Debbie she wasn't in the kitchen.
That'd be a better choice. There you go.
Now I have to look up Quaker Oats because really I'm just seeing Colonel Sanders.
Okay, yeah, look up the Quaker Oats guy.
Quaker Oats guy. I mean, I know he exists, but why can't
The longest time I thought maybe the Quaker Oats guy was a girl. I thought maybe he was a woman for a while. He's kind of a feminine looking man, isn't he?
Oh, because he's a Quaker. That's it.
What?
He should have been seen.
What?
Because he's got the long hair and the Quaker hat.
Oh, okay. That's weird. You're going to get me in trouble.
No. Is it William Penn? The Quaker man is not an actual person. His image is that of a man dressed in the Quaker garb, chosen because of the Quaker faith projected values: honesty, integrity, purity, and strength.
Now, the Quakers all have hair like that?
They did.
If you can't summon a picture of what the Quaker Oats guy looks like in your head, the Quaker Oats guy has hair that kind of goes down to his shoulders almost.
Yeah, chin length.
They kind of look like dog ears, actually. Don't you think those look kind of like dog ears?
I could see that.
Yeah. What kind of dog? I don't know dog breeds very well.
But puppy ears.
Yeah, but different puppies have different kinds of ears. These are the floppy ears or whatever.
Right.
Kate, I was counting on you to come through with a breed.
Cocker Spaniel.
Okay, I was going to guess that, but I thought maybe that was wrong. So, yeah, there you go. Quaker Oats.
He's got, is that polite to say the Quaker Oats man looks like he's got Cocker Spaniel ears with his coif? With his hairdo?
I don't want to hurt the Quaker Oats character's feelings.
Yeah. Well, you already called him very effeminate.
Are we worried about hurting Quakers in general?
Well, it's not William Penn, right? So,
do modern Quakers dress like that?
I don't think so. I don't know. Are Quakers still around?
Oh, man. Kate and I are quite outside of our zone here.
Yep. Too far.
Outside of our Catholic zone.
Too far.
Moved into the Quaker zone, of which we have no business, clearly. Other than enjoying the oats, I like the oats.
The oats.
I recommend the steel cut variety, which are oftentimes hard to find at the grocery store. Kind of obnoxious.
I haven't bought oatmeal. I bought
you're missing out, Kate.
No, I bought a Sam's quantity of oatmeal. So I have not had to purchase new oatmeal for a long time because we got oatmeal.
I just threw out some oatmeal recently, the traditional, the old-fashioned oats, because the rolled oats, if you will, because they'd been in there forever since I'd switched to steel cut.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll keep these around in case I need them as a backup someday. Eventually, I might not have steel. And then I was like, wait a minute, how long have this been in there now? And I looked, and they had expired like 5 years ago.
Oh, my gosh.
5 years ago. And I looked at them. They looked okay still, but I decided, okay, these should probably just go away.
Do you keep them in your pantry?
Yes.
Okay. See, I keep all of our oatmeal in the freezer.
I've thought about that before. I have some rice in the freezer.
Yeah, because we don't go through oatmeal like you do.
Yeah, I go through oatmeal pretty quick now.
Yeah. I went through a pretty good spell of oatmeal cookies and protein balls, but...
Gotcha. I was about to recommend oatmeal for a diet. We've been talking about New Year's resolution, but once you put them inside cookies...
I know, butter and sugar and butterscotch.
But they're low on the glycemic index, Kate.
There you go. They're low on flavor, too, unless you put butter and sugar and butterscotch.
I think a little cinnamon goes a long way with oats.
Ugh, I wish I could get on board with oatmeal.
It's good.
I can't get on board. It's mushy.
It is very...
It's hot mush. Yeah.
It's utilitarian. Yeah, it's very, very much. But if you put a bunch of oats in you, it can keep you satiated / full for hours.
Yeah, if you can get it down the hatch.
choke down some oatmeal. That's my recommendation for anyone that's pursuing a new diet in the new year. Oatmeal is a great way to stay full once you get it into your guts.
Oh, no. Don't go with full. Go back to the fancy vocab
Satiated.
word. There you go. Come on. If you're going to sell it, church it up a little bit, Matt. Come on.
Church it up. Well, there's times where I feel like someone...
If you want to look good and feel satiated, go with oatmeal.
Yeah, lately I've been eating the, I think it's McCann's is the brand, which comes in a nice, aluminum resealable container that stays airtight, Kate, and it's good to repurpose to put loose leaf tea in.
You mean there's another brand of oatmeal out there?
Yeah, there's a lot of different ones. In fact, the Price Chopper I go to, I'm trying to think of the brand, some dude's name, and it comes in a bag.
Wally's.
Yeah, Wally's
oatmeal.
Oats. Yeah, that's it, Kate. Good guess. How'd you know? Like it's Ed or something like that.
Ed's oatmeal.
Ed.
That doesn't
Oatmeal Ed.
Come get Ed's oatmeal. Come get Ed's oats.
Search for Oatmeal Ed to see if there happens to be anything there. And
let Ed's oats satiate you today.
Oatmeal brands.
I just figured there was Quaker Oats. And, like some generics like Kroger or whatever. But
oh, yeah, there it is. I can see it in this photo. Bob's Red Mill. Bob's Red Mill. Steel cut oats. That's what I was thinking of.
Ed was a good guess, but it's Bob's Oats. Bob. Yeah. Hey, Bob.
And I cook them in my rice cooker. I can cook them under either the white rice setting, which makes for a still chewy wet oat, but when you cook it on the on the porridge setting, Kate, it is more soupy.
Oh, you are just not selling oatmeal to me at all today.
Come on, Kate. Get on board with the oatmeal train. You're supposed to help me sell the oatmeal. That way people are into it. And they're like, oh, yeah, I will try oatmeal for my diet.
I mean, how am I going to sell it when I can't even buy it? The wet oats.
Would you consider leasing it?
No.
Okay.
I would consider putting it on my doorstep and saying, take it for free. I don't even know if I could donate that.
Okay, fine.
I know. I'm so glad that you've got something.
I recommend oatmeal. Kate's kind of meh on it, is the conclusion we've come to.
I think I'm more of a granola person, maybe. You
can be into both, but okay.
Okay. Yeah, you can. I'm just team solely not oatmeal.
Team not something. That's not a very good way to live, Kate.
I know. We were watching football the other day, and the girls are so funny. They always ask who's playing, and we'll tell them. And if it's not somebody that we love, they're like, okay, who do we want to win? Because they know that their strategy, like, we want this team to win so it makes the Chiefs look better, or, college football, whatever. So they know that there's a strategy. And then Elliot just busted out. She was like, who's got the most points? And we'll say, and she's like, that's who I'm going for because they're winning. And we're like, no, you can't just pick them because they're winning. And she's like, it was so funny. It was like, I've spoken. That's it. I'm going with them. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Gotta go for the underdog.
Or if we're watching like competition shows, we're like, oh, who do you think's going to go home? Who do you think's going to win? She was like, I think whoever wins is going to be the winner. We're like, no, you're a cheater. Cheater.
Yeah, that's pretty rough there.
I know. Can't take her to the horse races.
But you're an adult, and here you are rooting against oats.
Oh, totally. Yeah. You have yet to make me an oat believer. Hey, you know what Santa brought us, Matt?
Oh,
a couple days late, but
I was going to try to think of something to guess, but I give up. What did Santa bring you that was not remarkable enough to mention until now?
I know, because I think it just became official like yesterday.
Oh, okay. It was a slow reveal from Santa. I like this. This is great.
And I don't know why Monty said Santa brought us instead of, because I think if he says he picked it out, then it's like, Oh, well, Monty had to have, but if he says Santa, then it's like you can't talk trash on Santa.
Kate's working in dangerous territory this morning. Go on.
So, Hulu. We have a Hulu membership now.
Oh, okay.
So, new streaming up in here.
Now, Hulu is available in a lot of different flavors. So, Hulu does actually offer a almost like a cable replacement. I assume it's not that.
No.
Right. And then they offer one that has no ads, and then they've got one with ads that's a little bit cheaper.
Which one do you think we've got?
Santa didn't give you the one with ads that's just a little bit cheaper, did he?
Cheap. Oh, yeah. We've got ads. I got so excited to watch something. I was like, wait, why is there a blood pressure commercial? The nice thing is the blood pressure commercial is the only commercial, and sometimes it's a minute long, and sometimes the commercial will be a minute and 20 seconds. But I'm excited because now we've got all sorts of new shows to watch.
Yeah, which ones stand out to you?
We started Lego Masters last night as a family, and I just thought it kind of would be interesting because I have tried to get my girls into Lego, which I didn't know that Lego is plural. I've been saying Legos my life, and that's wrong. It's Lego.
We talked about this not that long ago.
We talked about Lego?
Yeah, because I had said they're Lego. I was like, Legos is not a thing. It's like Lego blocks and bricks is what they are officially. And I thought maybe I guess maybe I didn't explicitly say Lego is plural, but it's okay.
Okay, so I learned Lego officially, I guess, from that. I didn't know that was the plural, but I've tried to get the girls into Lego. See, it just sounds weird. And
now I'm getting hungry for Eggo waffles again.
Eggo. But we watch, these people are crazy talented builders. And we just watched the first episode. And I was surprised that all four of us kind of were into the show. And it's like the season's already over. I could go online and find out who wins. But like our family was already like, oh, tomorrow night when we watch, we should, blah, 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 blah. So I was like, oh, we've got something new for us.
Now, this show has kids who are good at Lego?
No,
right?
These are all adults.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Never mind.
Maybe that's coming up, though. Maybe that's, like they have cooking shows for grown-ups. Maybe the next season is cooking the Lego shows with kids.
Yeah, I was picturing like 10, 11, 12, 13-year-olds.
No, these are grown.
Being awesome at Lego. Okay.
One of them is like a father-son duo, and the father has to be in his 70s. It's super cute.
Oh.
Yeah. One of them is a newlywed couple, and like they're going to lose the first round because they kept making out in the first, but they didn't go home.
They kept making out during the
They were like, oh,
Lego
I love that
session?
idea. No, I love that idea. Like they are not focused. Well, they're focused, but not on building.
Was there a tongue?
Well, there's a lot of lip action.
That's gross.
I know, but at the same time, cute because they're newlyweds.
A brief peck.
But at the same time, like, honey, for our honeymoon, let's go on a reality show about building blocks. And it's not really your thing, but thanks for supporting me. Okay. Like, let's think about this. If Monty asked me...
That's some good kissing sound effects there. That's good.
You're welcome. If Monty was like, hey, I won an opportunity to go on this reality show. What do you think about honeymoon in Alaska, roughing it? Like, oh, hell no. Like, you go to Alaska, I'll go to Mexico. This will be a good honeymoon.
Wait, are we still talking about Lego?
No, I just said if Monty offered me the same opportunity. Like, I won this opportunity. Let's go honeymoon, doing something that he loves. Like roughing it, I'd be like, out. I'm not going to do it.
Because this Lego show is about... Oh, okay.
No, this newlywed couple, like the husband sold it to his new wife. Like, instead of a honeymoon, we're going to go be on this reality show. And it's, oh, by the way, it's about the toys that I grew up playing with. And now you're on board too.
Yeah, it sounds easier than roughing it in Alaska. But I follow. I follow the analogy now, yeah.
Thank you. But if it was like Comic-Con, I'd be like, ooh, maybe not.
Oh, come on, Kate cosplay.
Yeah, no, not Comic-Con, cosplay. If it was like a Furby event, I'd be like, ugh, no thanks.
Well, no, Comic-Con, you cosplay at Comic-Con. You cosplay as like Wonder Woman or something. I don't know.
Okay.
Or She-Ra.
She-Ra. I remember that one.
Yeah.
I had She-Ra stuff.
I'm trying to think what would be up your alley. Is it She-Ra? Okay.
She-Ra toys were not as cool as He-Man toys.
Oh, is that right? Okay.
They just weren't. Yeah. My brother Michael had all the He-Man stuff. And
we had a lot of He-Man as kids, but never had any She-Ra stuff.
Well, you got 3 boys.
Yeah, true.
We had boy and girl. Yeah, Michael's birthday is early July. My birthday is late July. So Michael got a ton of He-Man stuff for his birthday. And then I got She-Ra stuff. And I was like, well, this is not as cool as the He-Man stuff. He-Man has a battle cat. She-Ra has a stupid horse that doesn't even move.
Well, it's not the toys. It's you can't blame the execution on the toys and what the lore of the TV show was.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said the toys were worse. I was expecting that it was still proper He-Man / She-Ra canon, but that they were just badly executed toys. Like they did a bad job painting on She-Ra's face or something.
No, I mean the He-Man shows the He-Man toys were definitely more active. They were more.
The build quality was higher.
Well, like She-Ra's arms didn't move. They just went up and down. Like He-Man's torso moved. He could.
Yeah. Not She-Ra was not very poseable. Okay, so yeah, you were both okay.
They just said, we're just throwing She-Ra things in there to make the girls happy, but we're not going to really make the girls happy.
Okay. Well, what about a reality show where you go and you play with He-Man toys? Would you do that?
No.
Okay.
That's weird. And it drives me crazy that there are so many YouTube channels of grown-ups playing with toys that anytime my children are like, hey, can we watch YouTube? I'm like, no, because there are weirdos out there. Like
you have some dude in his 30s, 40s, or whatever, and he's like, "Rrr!" and he's like attacking things with Battle Cat, for example. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, He-Man, you're so strong. You know it. Come here, Battle Cat. Yeah, it's bad. I don't know. That voice just came out of nowhere.
That was great. That was well executed.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, like a 40-year-old bearded man in his mom's basement, videotaping himself playing with He-Man and She-Ra.
That could be his apartment, Kate. Maybe his own house. There's plenty of rich dudes that are really into that kind of stuff.
Not buying it. Weirdo.
Kate, are you kink shaming again?
I hate that you always throw that out there.
That's only like the 3rd or 4th time.
At least a baker's dozen.
No way. Nice try.
Oh my gosh.
No way. You're full of baloney on this one.
I'm not kink shaming if you're trying to put your weirdo stuff out there for kids. That's not kinky.
Well, no, I'm just okay, never mind.
Well, because there's not like a grown-up channel where grown-ups are watching grown-ups play with toys, right? Maybe there is. Maybe that's the kink shame. Okay.
Yes, that's called YouTube.
That's called YouTube.
That's called YouTube. Yeah.
Kids should not be near that.
Okay. So is this Lego show? You're going to be into the show, you think, for a while?
I think so. I think there's a whole season, and I think everybody in our family was pretty excited about watching it.
All right. Lego Masters on Hulu.
Lego Masters on Hulu. And Will Arnett hosts it.
And I'm sure it's available elsewhere, too, probably, right? It's on cable or...
Yeah, it was a Fox show.
Oh, it was a Fox show. Okay. No, this sounds familiar now. Okay. Yeah, I guess I have seen some of the commercials for this. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So what else on Kate? You've newly gotten Hulu. What else is piquing your interest? Anything yet? I
want to start How I Met Your Mother at the very beginning.
Oh, okay. You watched some of the show, but not all of it?
Not start to finish, yeah. Yeah, so I want to watch it start to finish.
Okay.
But you know how you have to kind of be in a mood for a show?
Yes. There's been many movies that I've bought in the past because they were on sale, and I knew, like 2001: A Space Odyssey, for example. I knew I wanted to watch that movie, but I also knew it was kind of heavy, and I wanted to wait until I was in the right mode to watch it. So similar to that.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know. I've been doing a lot of murder shows lately, and am I ready for a break for comedy? And I don't know that I can watch it around the girls because I remember there's a lot of like grown-up talk.
Yeah,
So-
NPH, right?
NPH. Yep.
Neil Patrick Harris, for those that aren't familiar with the shorthand.
Which they know Neil Patrick Harris because of Lemony Snicket's on Netflix, and they loved that series, and they love him as the bad guy. So I could see them being like, hey, that's Count Olaf. Can we watch? No.
I thought maybe they were first familiar with Neil Patrick Harris from his great appearance in Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle.
No, and neither are they familiar with NPH from Doogie Howser. I tried to explain Doogie Howser to them, and they weren't having it.
They weren't having it.
What do you mean? Like an 11-year-old goes to be a doctor? I'm like, yeah, never mind.
Wasn't he 13?
Maybe.
Like 11, maybe a little bit aggressive on the guess there, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, congratulations on having a new streaming service, Kate.
Thanks.
Good luck keeping up on all the different things you want to watch.
I know. There's too many things. Matt, are you doing anything for New Year's?
I don't believe so. I think typically, I'd say maybe the last 5 years-ish, falling asleep before midnight. Maybe not the last 5 years, but at least the last few.
I mean, just because of the way it falls during the week, or?
I just don't think my friends are having New Year's Eve things that much, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not getting invited to things, and then thus it's me by myself, and I'm not really one to host a bash.
Okay.
So, yeah, I guess not. I guess I've been kind of boring New Year's Eve recently. Used to do it all the time. Used to do New Year's Eve stuff every year, sure. But,
yeah.
Yeah.
But the last 5 years, not so much.
I'd say that's a good guess, like the last 5 years plus, yeah.
Okay. Well, I found on New Year's drinks what each state is bringing in 2021 with.
Oh, well, you could still... I've had drinks on New Year's Eve.
Well, yeah.
By myself over the last few years.
I just didn't know if you... if you had plans.
Special New Year's Eve cocktail.
Yeah, are you going to do a special New Year's Eve cocktail?
I don't think so. I'll probably grab something. I'll get a 6-pack or something, I guess.
Okay.
Not necessarily to drink all at once, but you never know.
Never know. So what I found on this state by state, what each state is bringing in, from what I'm gathering from you, is you're not going to be bringing in 2021 with an amaretto sour?
No, that is not on my... That is not on my mind as something to do. First off, I get very excited whenever there's a map, and this is another one of these maps that's state by state, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking at this now.
According to this map, Missouri is bringing in 2021 with amaretto sours.
Okay, as is Nevada? No, I got that wrong. As is...
I got to make the map bigger.
New Mexico? As is New Mexico?
New Mexico. Yeah. Arkansas doing the lemon drop. Whoop,
All
whoop.
right. Okay.
Nebraska and Oklahoma doing vodka cranberry.
Yeah, okay.
Because they care about their kidney health.
That's right.
South Dakota doing a kamikaze. I think that's crazy. Louisiana, strawberry daiquiri. Alabama, frozen daiquiri. But Kansas, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, California, Washington, most of the country doing champagne.
Boring.
I know, but hasn't 2020 taught us, like, why wait for a special occasion for champagne? I mean, 2020 has taught us, like, it's Tuesday. Let's pop the bottle. Like...
No, when I say boring, I mean, well, that's actually seems like the most appropriate things to what each state cheers in the new year with.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine being like, all right, it's almost midnight. Gather around. We're going to have amaretto sours, everybody.
Well, see, I don't think of it as like just drink it at midnight, though. Do you?
You're probably right. It's probably just your choice of sauce for the evening.
Right.
But still, yeah, it's kind of fun to think that someone's going to get their shaker out or whatever and start pouring drinks for
the
whole place.
What's a Paloma?
I was just about to ask you the same thing. So Paloma is appearing...
I feel like I should know.
In Oregon and Wyoming?
Montana?
Montana?
Grapefruit, soda, tequila, and lime. So it sounds like a grapefruit margarita. Why wouldn't they just call it a grapefruit margarita? That's what I'm surprised there's not margaritas on this list. There's White Russians, daiquiris.
Oh, there is one, New Hampshire. New Hampshire, way up there. They've got it just broken out. Just there's all that text mushed together in the eastern part of the country.
And because it says NH, you knew it was New Hampshire. You weren't trying to guess it by the state.
Right, as indicated by my failure to identify Montana. Is that where I fit?
Yeah.
See, yeah, that's how they should all have the initial of the state next to it. That way I can learn which states these are, or just embarrass myself.
I like that.
I was close with my guess of Wyoming, wasn't I?
Yeah. Wyoming is south of it.
God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I just wonder, how this is silly wonderings, but so many of these states have such sharp lines, like Colorado and Nevada and Utah. And then there's Kentucky or
Well, a lot of those are dictated by rivers and
smushed.
Oh man, geography is just as already indicated now, in this segment and in many, many similar segments in the past is my failure at geography here.
I mean, even the panhandle of Oklahoma. Could you see Texas can we just have that top part? I mean, do you really need that little skinny strip? Nope, we want it. Okay.
Well, yeah, they're like, don't you have enough landmass, Texas? Lay off.
Right? Come on, Texas.
Back off.
Greedy. Yeah. So I don't know that we'll be doing champagne. I think we're supposed to be doing board games with my cousin and her husband. Oh. But I can't see it being too crazy because they have a 1.5-year-old and they're expecting, and we have, 11 and an 8-year-old. So we're tired too. I just don't see it getting too wild and crazy.
You have sparkling grape juice or anything like that for the kids?
Probably not.
Okay.
One kid doesn't like the bubbles, and the other kid's like, if I'm going to get bubbles, can I have 7-Up or Dr. Pepper? So, yeah. I did let them try a mimosa on Christmas Day, and Elliot didn't like the bubbles, of course. And Finley is like, oh my gosh, can I have orange juice like that all the time? I'm like, whoops. Didn't see it going that way.
So you gave the kids alcohol? Is that what you're saying,
I let
Kate?
them have a drink of mine.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God.
I know.
A drink and then whoop. Hey, that's more than a drink. Chugged it. Glug, 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 glug,
glug. So Finley had 7-Up and orange juice. That was her fancy drink.
That does sound fancy.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty good. Orange juice, man, I haven't had orange juice in a long time, and I feel if I have it, my stomach's going to go, whoa, what?
What is this fruit?
It's a lot of sugar. I mean, orange juice is very sugary. There's lots of sugar in there.
Matt, you know how to poo-poo on everything that I love, don't you? Yeah.
Kind of. I guess so.
Monty just bought orange juice, which was very nice. But
orange juice?
There are different variations of orange juice out there. And when I'm doing mimosas, I kind of like to switch it up a little bit with an orange peach mango that Dole puts out. Or I don't do orange banana because that's disgusting. But there's some other juices out there that are real good with champagne.
But you just wanted to make it clear that you were just drinking traditional orange juice.
Traditional orange juice.
There's not a special brand of orange juice that is also additional orange.
Orange flavored orange juice. Correct.
Or you pour some Hi-C orange drink into the orange juice.
Exactly. Yeah. Ooh, but could you imagine? No.
No, I couldn't. That sounds horrible.
No, that sounds bad. But we didn't have any strawberries. I usually like some strawberries in my mimosas. Those are good.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Or raspberries. Yum.
Good tips, Kate.
You're welcome.
Yeah, normally we have Christmas brunch at my parents', and this year did not do that. We had our garage get-together there late in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, normally I've already had a really good nap in me by now due to mimosas and Baileys and coffee.
Right.
Just kind of alternate through them in the morning.
Santa brought peanut butter flavored Irish cream.
Wow.
Yeah. So I had that for dessert.
Man, Santa has you figured out.
I know that's what Monty got to have in his coffee.
Hulu subscriptions and alcohol.
Exactly. Yeah. I got a bottle of wine. Monty got peanut butter flavored Irish cream. It was really good.
Yeah, Santa, man, I tell you what.
Santa's got us figured out. Socks, underwear, alcohol, word searches, bath bombs,
Words.
and Little Debbie Christmas trees. Everybody was happy.